So, this is part 3 of our mini-series, when you can follow us building the new cubes for Moneeo. And today we are going to actually create some music.
And we're going to make some video mapping for our cubes.
And we're going to take a closer look on how we create the patches to get the connection between the sound and the visuals.
Let's get started.
Yeah. This is an example of the workflow we're going to use in these versions of the cubes. For the visuals, we are going to use Max for Live, and we do that by using the Ebosuite package, which is a package of patches with different kinds of functions. In this example, we are going to use a module that handles ISF shaders, which is a script-based file format that combines a GL shader with a metadata that describes how to execute and interact with it. And for the first cube, we had very good experience working with simple shapes and tweaking them in real time.
In this example, we will be using an FM8 synth. You can choose any sound you like, but we will choose a bell sound for this example.
Now we load the Ebosuite patch for the ISF shader, and we choose a basic shape. In the middle of the screen you see a preview window that shows the graphics that are going to be projected onto the cubes. The basic shapes is just a white square, and we can control its dimensions.
And now we're going to add the envelope patch in Ebosuite. The envelope will trigger each time you play a note. The value of the envelope can be mapped to any parameter. We choose to map it to the shape's Y position.
Now we use Ableton's expression control module. We choose to measure which notes are played by selecting key track. If we map that to the shape's Y position, we can see how the line is changing position based on what note is played.
And now let's add Ebosuite's E-track transform, where we can rotate objects. Map key track to rotation so that every note gets a different angle. The shapes are now jumping from one value to another. Turn up the smooth value to get a more soft transition.
The graphic is now visible all the time, but we actually want it only to be visible when the note is played, and we want it to behave exactly like the note we hear. So we use another envelope and map it to the opacity of the graphics. And that's it. That's a good start for a patch that is truly reactive. Instead of just triggering, we can now have a patch that truly reacts on what we are playing. We can now continue to experiment how to tweak this further using other models or other ways of mapping parameters. This is a huge improvement from the first cube, where we were limited to trigger video clips to specific events. Now we are so much more free to create a graphic that actually represents our performance rather than just triggering simple events.
Lite till. Lite till.
Neråt.
Ja. Stopp.
Du styr lite höger övre hörnet där. Ska du ut mer?
Se. Nej, det är på mitten det inte är. Hörnet det ser bra ut, men det är längre ner som det blir.
Nu ser den bra ut.
Ja.
Så den nere till höger. Ska den också ut där någonting?
Ja. Stämmer.
Well, this is perfect.
So, this is the first notes on our brand new cube.
Woohoo!
Let's hear it.
And that's it. The cube is ready, and now we can start to develop more patches and see how we can develop this further.
Yeah, and hopefully it will be a lot of new music coming up soon. And that was a wrap for today. We hope you had a great time following us, and we hope to see you in our next video.
Bye!
Bye! Follow, subscribe, and here and there and everywhere! Det är det de säger. Så kan man inte hålla på.
Jo, det kan man.